All right, welcome to the segment I call Tips and Tales. And as usual, have my special guest here with me, Sunshine. And if you want to just let people know where they can find you at.
You can find me on TikTok as Sunshine and Eve. Just keep looking for Sunshine. There's a lot of Sunshines out there. But you know what? I am the original Sunshine. Okay. So, but anyway, and you can find me on Instagram. And also, you can find us both, Sunshine and Eve, on YouTube channel.
That's right.
Yeah.
Little different background, little different setup, but same people. So look for these faces. And we're going to be doing a lot more things on that channel. We do a little bit casino stuff, but this one is more focused towards that. And so these are the tips that we're going to talk about today. Is some of the tips about the free gifts. Everybody talks about free gifts, and we're going to give you some tips that would improve or help you get those free gifts. You want to start off? Or
No, I was going to say, everybody's not talking about free gifts because all of my friends who don't go to casinos, I'm like, girl, where you get that from? The casino. Girl, where you get that from? The casino. You get that from the casino? People don't know. We didn't know until we started this. So that's all I was saying. You are. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. The free, some of this, the thing is to really, sometimes if you go to an area where there's multiple casinos like Vegas, Biloxi, Atlantic City, Reno, places where there's multiple casinos, you get multiple chances of getting these free gifts. You gotta kind of talk to some of the people in the casino, some of the locals, some of the people that come there regular. Those are the people that can kind of let you know, hey, this is a place where you can, and as crazy as it sounds, some places you can get gifts a lot quicker or easy in some casino versus others. Like if you're down in Biloxi and you go to the Bowl is like the cream of the crop. When it comes to the casinos in Biloxi, they say that's a casino that could be in Vegas. A lot harder. You got to be a high roller and just tip-top person to really get some decent anything really there, I find. So whenever I'm in Biloxi, I don't play there much. I do okay there, but that's another video because I'm not really a big fan of the Bowl, the casino for it. And that's just me thing, but I'll get into that on another video. But one of the ways you can do is when you walk in, you could just ask somebody. A lot of times you just keep your eyes open. You'll see people walking around with these things. You go, hey, what's going on? Or you go to the players counter and they'll tell you, you may just qualify because you play enough and you may just qualify for a gift. Just go down there and show them your player's card and get a gift. Sometimes you have to play a certain amount of base points. When you reach that, you go and you get the gifts. There's been several times where we went and didn't know, and we came out with, I think it was 2 sets of luggage, and I think we had some kind of electronic stuff. I mean, just all kinds of things. But the main thing is just when you go in there, you can just simply ask. If you haven't been there, just go to the player's counter and ask, or look and see. If you're familiar with the casino, usually you know the area that they give the gifts away. You walk by there, you see them giving gifts away, find out what you need to do, ask anybody, they'll let you know. I mean,
sometimes they have flyers, and they'll tell you, and they'll do like, let's say cookingware. And when I say cookingware, I'm saying good cookingware, like good pots, good, yeah. So what they do sometimes is that you might have to go back 4 times in that month. Each week, they may put out where this week we're giving out these cups. And then, the next week is we're giving out the matching plates, to the cups. And then the next week, the silverware, but they're all combined because it makes a whole complete set.
Right.
So sometimes you got to look at it because sometimes some of the gifts are not really worth like, yeah, I'm not coming back for that.
Right.
But you never know what week they're dropping what gift until you get there that day. You'll never know. You might say, I'm coming back for that big old pot, that crock pot. When I tell you, we've gotten crock pots, we've got luggage, we've got, we was able to fill almost this room halfway with just stuff that we got we had to give some to our kids. We were giving something to give away for family members here. Merry Christmas. You know, so I mean, and when I say good gifts, some of them are good gifts. So you just got to see what's worth it, because sometimes they might say, oh, we're going to have this knife. You know, I'm just saying knife because, I don't know, I'm not driving that many hours just for that, you know, but like I say, you won't know if it's going to be that week. It may be the last week, and usually they make the big gift the last week. Usually. But you still never know. So
they don't tell you up. They don't tell you. But the thing is, when we give these tips, what I like for you to do, you can binge watch these and get all these tips. But I always say when you go to the casino, you have to have a collective of what you're going to do. Because this tip may be great, but what good is getting a few $100 worth of gifts, but giving them $5,000 or $1,000 worth of your money? You might have to stay home and buy it. So you have to match the tips in the casino when you're playing with these other tips. This is just like something that I'm going to use these tips to do well in the casino. And while I'm here, I'm going to grab that free gift. That's it has to be a whole system together. That's why I always try to tell people that it's the mindset when it comes to the casino. The mind is the biggest thing. All the other luck is in the machine, just pressing the buttons. But the mindset is the biggest thing that you have to control. And those are some of the other tips you have to. A lot of times we give you tips about safety. We give you tips about the gifts and things of that nature, how to map out a casino. But ultimately, you want to go in and do well on all these tips we give you. So those are just some of the tips when it comes to free gifts, what to look for, what to ask for, you know, so you can take advantage of those things. So, like I always say, I'm trying to give you these tips and these strategies from the parking lot to the nearest slot. Go check them out.